Well, good morning. I'm down in South Gippsland, and this video is going to be all about the cheapest real estate in coastal towns in Victoria. After the last lot of videos I did, the cheapest real estate in Victoria, I thought I might check out the coastal towns as well. So I looked up the info on the internet, sourced it all up, and come up with 6 towns. There's 5 down this way. There's one out in the west, which is Portland. I'll give that away, which I won't be able to do because the other 5 are all out in this direction. So I'm going to do these 5. Now have a look at that ocean there. That is unbelievable. So I'm actually in Venus Bay at the moment. We've actually had a storm last night, and the swell out there at the moment is, geez, you wouldn't want to go swimming out there. It's huge. So anyway, so I'm in Venus Bay at the moment. I'm going to do 5 towns down this way. All they're on the list of the 5 out of the 6 cheapest coastal towns for real estate in Victoria. So Venus Bay here, where I am at the moment, is median house price is $494,000. That's according to a mob called Soho and realestate.com.au. So that's where I'm getting my figures from. I'm definitely no real estate guru. So anyway, we're going to drive into town. I'll pull away from the beach here. Yes, as I was saying there, we're heading back right into the town of Venus Bay now. It's only a small little town, 904 people. But I reckon in summertime, it's probably 5, maybe 10 times more than that. It'd have to be. It's a very popular holiday destination down here. As you can see in the main street, it's a very small main street. Got a pizza shop there on the left, and Venus Bay Pharmacy's got a bottle shop. There'll be a few Barbies down here in summertime, I'd reckon. Yeah, so Venus Bay, population of 904, as I say. That'll go up by 10 in summertime. I'm sure it would. 53% are male, 7% are female. Yeah, so we're just coming up to the shopping centre again from the other side of the street. Now the average age here in Venus Bay is 58 years old. 73% were born in Australia, 5.3% from England, 1.7% from Germany, 1.3% from New Zealand. As you can see, it's a small little town, but a beautiful little town. And as I said, the population here would expand by at least 10, I'd say, especially in summer. Now the caravan park's just here on the right. I might check out the caravan park. Somebody asked me about looking at caravan parks, so I might just, not sure how far in we can go just to check it out, but you can bet there'll be a fair few people here at Christmas time. Yeah, so I can't go in there. There's it's got the boom gates there, but anyway, there's the it's got the office and the kiosk just here, and it's probably, sure it's got showers and all that. I can't check out the amenities because I can't get in there. But anyway, that's the Venus Bay Caravan Park. Now the main industry of employment here is social service assistants. I still got to look up what that means because it comes up a fair bit in places. Supermarket and groceries, and cafes and restaurants. So supermarkets and groceries is 4.4%, cafes and restaurants is 3.2%. Can't remember if I said social service assistants, that was 6.6%. And also gardening services, probably because there's a lot of holiday homes down this way, and people aren't here that often. Someone's got to mow their lawns. It's 2.8%. Now we'll check out some of the residential area here in Venus Bay, and you wouldn't believe it, there's a house for sale just over here. Don't know what price it is, but we're coming up, we're on a dirt road. It's a little bungalow sort of shack there. I'm not sure what price he would be. I'm not sure if I said, did I say at the start, 494,000 was the average price of a median house price here, 2025 so far, which is a steal compared to the millions of dollars that you'd pay in other parts of Australia, basically. Now the average household income here in Venus Bay is $922 per week. Average Australian is $1,700, so it's probably a lot of retirees down this way, and the crime rate's 52 in 1,000. Here we go, here's another house for sale just here on the right hand side here in Venus Bay. It is a beautiful area, it really is. So close to the beach as well. This is the one for sale, this one here. It's a nice old home. Yeah, it's a real thick leafy area as well. Yeah, so these are some of the homes in Venus Bay. As I said, plenty of holiday homes down here. I can't believe the population's only 904. It's probably, seems like there's 904 homes. So there we go, there's the residential area, or part of the residential area of Venus Bay. Can't show all of it. Anyway, I'm just going to go down to the beach and show you what the beach looks like. I know we're in the car park just before, but we'll maybe get out of the car and have a closer look. Yeah, so one thing I've noticed here, there's plenty of homes for sale, just as a shower's starting to come off the ocean. Unbelievable how many homes there are for sale here in Venus Bay. So we're just heading towards back towards the beach here. I'll just give you a few stats on Venus Bay, or a bit of info. Well, there's a kiosk here, probably the old Life Saving Club. 1851 it was settled around here, and it's basically made up of 3 estates. Back there towards where the shops are, then there's another housing estate, and then there's another estate further on which is only sparsely populated. There's 5 surf beaches here in Venus Bay. This one's patrolled, I think, the most, and probably in summertime there'd be a few more patrolled down here. Now, people have tried to develop this place. They want to set up resorts and put in a big marina here, but the locals have fought it off. They just like the tranquility of what it is at the moment, and it really is. When you drive through town, it's absolutely beautiful. And in 1978, around here, there was a body found with human remains, with a shovel, a 1940s style handbag, coins from about the 1940s, and they reckon it was maybe a lady called Margaret Clement who disappeared in 1952. Anyway, they couldn't prove anything that it was, but to find a body with all that old money and handbag and stuff like that, they couldn't prove that it was actually her. Yeah, so as I was saying, my camera fell off the window. Yeah, they couldn't prove the body was actually her, so it was It was just left open, the inquiry. So, but it made news headlines around Australia there for a while there, back in 1978. But anyway, we'll jump out of the car now. We'll just walk down to the surf beach here and just check it out, because it looks absolutely fantastic. And then we'll head on to the next town. Yeah, so here's the surf beach at Venus Bay. It's absolutely fantastic. Beautiful sand. It's pretty rough today. As I said, we've had a storm last night. Wind's blowing a gale. You can see right across there. We're only 800 metres from the little shopping place there in Venus Bay, but yeah, great little beach. And would be patrolled in summertime. Righto, we're just coming through the main street of Venus Bay again. We'll call it quits here now. We'll head on to the next town. I will just say, there is a bus stop here in Venus Bay. I'm not sure where there's no trains obviously, but it would, actually there's Australia Post there. The bus will probably go to Loch or Wonthaggi or Leongatha, something like that. I'd say one of the bigger towns. But anyway, that's enough of Venus Bay for now. We've got a skateboard parked there on the right hand side for the kids when they're here in summer. So yeah, that's enough of Venus Bay. We'll head off to the next town. Yeah, as I was saying there, I'm having a few camera malfunctions this morning. For some reason the camera doesn't want to stick to the windscreen. Yeah, as I was saying, on my little tour of South Gippsland, where it's cheapest coastal real estate in Victoria. So we'll head off to the next town. We'll see you there, and stay tuned. Well, here we are on our tour of South Gippsland, which has got the cheapest real estate, or coastal real estate in Victoria. And I tell you what, I've arrived in the little town of Port Albert. I've just done a bit of a little tour before I put the camera on, and this is this place is paradise. It is absolutely magnificent. And the average price of a house here is $432,000. Well, that's a median price. So, but oh, it's on, I don't know what you would call it. It's an inlet that goes out onto Bass Strait, but it is absolutely, oh, it just grabbed me straight away. It really has. It's got the little port there on the right hand side, which I'll show you as we drive up coming from the other way. And oh, an absolutely magnificent little town. I could see myself settling down here, no problem. Absolutely grabbed me straight away. And as I said, the average price of a home here is, or median price is $432,000. Only a small population, 403. That'll probably go up by 10 as well in the summer months. There's 52% male, 47.6% of female. The average age is 59. Here's the Maritime Museum up here on the right hand side. I'll try and give you a better look at this marina here if I can. It's over here in front of me. There used to be a pier here that was 250 metres long. I'm not sure if it is anymore. Used to, well, this is the oldest port in Victoria. This was. It was established in 1841. Used to be a hub between Van Diemen's Land, which is now Tasmania, as we all know, and Melbourne. So I think there might have been a train line or something that come out here. There isn't a train anymore, but because we're a fair way from Melbourne. I think we're 240 kilometres or something from Melbourne, something like that. But oh yeah, what a beautiful spot, it really is. Can't stop talking about it. Absolutely just grabbed me. And the weather's not great today. and it's still magnificent. Just love the way it is on the water here. And yeah, great little town. 72% were born in Australia, 4.7 in England, 1.5 from the Netherlands. Righto, this might be some of the shops here in it's old general store, but it's now an Italian restaurant here in Port Albert. Like I said, what a beautiful town. I'm really impressed by it. Real estate agent, don't know if he's open anymore. Oh no, it's not real estate. Mackenzie store, 1856. Yeah, so coming up to, here's a general store in Port Albert, there on the right hand side. CFA on the left. There'd have to be more shops, I'm not sure. Well, the population's only 403, as I said, so, but it would explode in summer months. Main source of employment here in Port Albert is supermarket and grocery workers, 6.1%. Postal services, 5.3%, and aged care residential services, 5.3%. That's with the average age 59. So there is probably an aged care home around here somewhere. Okay, I might show you a few of the residential areas here in Port Albert. There's actually one for sale there, that one there is actually for sale. Right next door to the St John's Anglican Church. There we go. So they've got a church here. Couldn't find one in Venus Bay. Preston Northcote Angling Club. I wonder if they come down from Melbourne. Got a little shack there. That's interesting. Someone might know. They might be able to tell me in the comments. So here's a few of the homes in Port Albert. As I was saying, the average price is $432,000. Average household weekly income here in Port Albert is $981 a week, which isn't too bad. Average age 59. So $981, that's okay in a small little town like this. Crime rate's 40 crimes per 1,000 people. Don't even know if I said it back in Venus Bay, it was 52 per 1,000. Here's a new home here built in Port Albert. Nice looking home. Don't know what prices the block of lands are. Blocks of land. Anyway, should probably find out. But I'll tell you what, there's a big house over here. We'll check him out. I think he's a house. It's big, whatever it is. Yeah, this one here is a house, all right, but he's a beauty. He'd be worth more than $432,000. A few of the homes across the road from the marina back there probably be worth more than $432 as well, I'd say. And here's a few. These homes look a bit newer here in this part of Port Albert. A bunch of units there. Nice homes though, and this town really grabbed me. As soon as I drove in, there was something about it that was just appealing. Being on the water, quiet, and Oh, absolutely magnificent. And for 432,000, small little population, only 403, probably goes up to 4,000 in summer. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, that's about it for Port Albert. Really enjoyed it. Loved the town. And it's a good little bit of history here too, being the first port in Victoria. Okay, we'll see you in the next town. Well, we've made it to our third town on the cheapest coastal towns in Victoria. Now we're in Seaspray at the moment, which is 242 kilometres from Melbourne, basically east. There's the new in front of us there. That's a Seaspray. That looks pretty new. Seaspray Surf Life Saving Club. Any, just over there. Might just do a lap here and have a bit of a look at it. Got a bistro. Suppose you can get lunch and dinner. You'll be able to get a beer in there as well, I'm sure. It's a pretty new complex. And across the road from that is the Seaspray General Store, which is just in front of us here. And I don't think there's any other shops here. I honestly don't. I've been driving around, I couldn't see any. We'll drive up this way. The foreshore's just over to my right hand side, which we might have to jump out and have a look at later. That's the 90 Mile Beach, which is what Seaspray is famous for. There's a very small town in population, 373. But like the others I've been to this morning, probably explodes in summer. I'd say 10 times that for sure. 373 is not much. There's a lot of houses here, just driving around. Male population is 54%, females 46%. The average age is 82. 80% were born in Australia, 3.5% in England, 2.9% in the Netherlands. And 2.4% in New Zealand. Now that's the caravan park in front of us here, which is basically across the road from the beach. You have to go over the sand dunes there. Now I don't think I can get into this one either, but it looks like it's got boom gates there. But I'll just drive in the front entry there and do a little Yui just to show you what it looks like. So here's the entry to the caravan park. It's pretty quiet at the moment, not being high season. Plenty of vacant lots there at the moment, heaps of, as you can see in front of me there. Main source of employment here in Seaspray is hospital workers, which is 7.6%, followed by house construction. House construction, 6.9%, and vegetable growing, 5.5%. So there must be a few farms just out of town here, I'd say. Drive up this street. Now I didn't say the average price of a home here. It's $475,000, which is cheap. If you're living on the ocean, 90 Mile Beach, Sale's not too far away, and there is bus stops here in Seaspray, I've noticed, where you can catch the bus in a Sale. So actually there's a place for Sale there on the left hand side. Speaking of Sale, I'll turn the camera around later and we'll get a view of them. Average household income here is $1,091, which is not too bad for a small town. Crime rate's 59 crimes per 1,000 people. There's only 373 who live here permanently. That's according to the last census. And like I said, that would go up by 10, I reckon, in summer. So there's not a lot to show in the way of shops and then in Seaspray here. It's a real beachside town, if you know what I mean. And small population. It's got the general store back there. I'll just show you some of what the homes look like in Seaspray. Median house price is $475,000. Living on the 90-mile beach. I mean, if that's for you, I mean, this is a place to be. It's absolutely nice and cheap. So as you can see, they're nice homes. Gardens are done up well, and these homes are probably 100 metres from the ocean. Which is amazing, really. And these homes we're coming up to now, they're only probably 50 metres from the beach. They're right across the road. So we're going to jump out and check out the beach. There's a bit of history there. Apparently there's a plaque. I'm not sure if I can find it or not, because it's a long beach here in Seaspray, about an accident that happened here. I think it was in the 1940s maybe. But if I find the plaque, I'll try and explain what happened in that accident. But you can see the homes here. Real beach shacky type homes. A lot of them would be holiday homes. I mean, people will probably live in them too, but they're yeah, $475,000. You live opposite the 90-mile beach, which we'll jump out and go and have a look at. So there's a line of homes that I was just filming just before. As you can see, just over that sand dune there, over those little bushes, that's where the beach is, where we're headed now. So we'll head over there now. Yeah, so here I am down on the 90-mile beach, and as you can see, it's absolutely, I mean, pity the weather's not great today, but it's an absolutely, what a spot. It's absolutely fantastic. And that Surf Life Saving Club up there, that overlooks the whole beach area here, and to have lunch out there, sitting outside there on a nice sunny day, would be absolutely fantastic. Might go up there and have a look in a sec. There you go, there's the 90-mile beach at Seaspray. Yeah, so here's the outdoor area of the Surf Life Saving Club in Seaspray. Have a look at that for a look out. And you can get a house here for $475,000. Oh, that's median house price. So I don't know what you'll get for that, but it's a great spot. And the beach, as I say, the 90-mile beach, it's absolutely amazing. So that's about it from Seaspray. I went looking for this plaque about this accident that happened in the 1940s. I can't even remember the details now. Somebody might be able to tell me more about it in the comments. But apparently there was an RAAF plane flying along here, dropping some sort of target for some reason. I'm not sure why. On a big wire cable. Dropped the target on the beach there, 90-mile beach. But the cable that was holding the target didn't winch back up into the plane. It was dragging along the beach as the plane was going, and hit seven people on the beach, and two young girls, only teenagers at the time, both had their legs ripped off, basically amputated, and the other 5 were injured, not as severely, but yeah, it was incredible. Lucky they weren't killed. I mean, losing your legs is bad. I think one of those girls only died not long ago, 4 or 5 years ago, maybe living in Sale. But yeah, it was a tragic story. But anyway, that's about it from Seaspray. Beautiful town, and beautifully priced homes, $475,000, right on that beautiful 90-mile beach which I showed you. It's amazing. So anyway, we'll take off from Seaspray and we'll meet you in the next town. See you there. So we're just leaving Seaspray on the way to Golden Beach. I know I already said we're leaving. I just passed the caravan park again. It's got heaps of on-site cabins there as well. For I don't know if they're for sale, probably not for sale, but just to come for a holiday would be absolutely great. Anyway, we will see you in the next town now. Well, hello, we're entering the next town on our little trip of the cheapest real estate in coastal Victoria, basically. We're in a little town called Golden Beach. When I say little, it's little. There's a fish and chip shop over the road there. This is actually there's a food works, an old food works on the left hand side there. I'll just show you what's here. And I have driven around a tiny bit. It's a beautiful town. Half of it's nice, but half of it's a bit of a shanty town. It's unbelievable. So you only got that food works there, and you got this, just do a U-ey here. So it's the ultimate little beachside town, if you know what I mean. So there's Golden Beach real estate. So there's heaps of homes for sale, heaps of new homes being built as well. But heaps of, like I said, little rusted out caravans of people almost living off the grid. Actually, that takeaway food shop, I don't even know if that's open. But, no, it can't be. It's unbelievable. Anyway, and I'll show you, there's a piece of land for sale. I'll show you some of the, what I mean by beautiful homes and then shantytown homes in this place, because it's incredible. It's the difference in two different types of the town. And then we'll go out and explore the beach. The car park's there just on the left hand side. The beach is only 20 or 30 metres over from here. We'll check out some of the homes here in Golden Beach. And the average price of a home here, median house price is $320,000. But I would say the newer ones have got to be more than that. It's maybe some of these old type homes are the ones bringing the price down. But we'll have a look. Okay, so we're in Golden Beach, as I said. Just checking out some of these homes. You can see they're not too bad. Actually, pretty nice, really nice. Golden Beach only has a permanent population of 356 people. That's it. But like the other towns down here, in the summer months, they would explode. Probably 10 times that, at least, maybe. 55% are male, 45% are female. Average age is 60. Yeah, it's what I mean by that caravan there. I'm not sure if anyone's living in there, but there's a few of those sort of sites around. 70% of the people here are born in Australia. There's a beautiful home for sale. Now here would have to be more than 320,000. Probably, it's probably about 80 metres from the beach. 90 mile beach. It's only pretty new as well. Lovely home. I mean, he'd probably be definitely under $1 million out here. There's not many amenities. Just those couple of little shops. But people like that sort of living. Yeah, 70% born in Australia, 6% in England, 2% from Uruguay, believe it or not, and 1.7% from Croatia. So I've never heard those two names out before. Now we'll keep going up here. Main industry of employment here in Golden Beach is veggie growing again. So I'm not sure if they grow them themselves or they're on a farm. But Sea Spray had the same thing. It's about 30 kilometres down the road. And gardening services. That's probably because there's a lot of holiday homes here, and as I said earlier, someone's got to mow the lawns, keep the gardens tidy if you're only coming down here once a year. And watch and jewellery retail. That's I don't know what the people here will probably know who that person is, or that those people are. So it says 4.8%. So if you're 4.8% of 356, that's, I don't know what my maths is. It's about 12 people, 15 maybe. So Got no idea. Well, that's a strange looking joint. Now we're going to see this house here is up on stilts. It might have a view of the ocean from up there. That's why it's built up like that. We're going to turn right here. I've got to stop at that stop sign because even though there's not a car to be seen for 100 miles, because I got pulled up by about 6 people on the comments that I didn't stop last time. Average household income here is $714 per week. So crime rate is 64 in 1,000. So you see a few, looks like you can't see much at the moment, but we'll come up to a few places just up the road here, which I noticed when I was driving around earlier. So I think people there are living in a bus behind there. I'm not sure if we'll be able to pick it up or not. And I'd say they're living in a bus there. That's definitely got to be worth under 320,000, you'd reckon, that bus. And there's another. Oh, that's not a bad little shack actually down there. It's hard to see them because of all the tea tree. And they're just living. Those people there, they're living on a caravan, sort of caravan shacky sort of a thing as well. And here's a nice house just here. That is nice. There's a few more really nice homes just up along here we'll have a look at in Golden Beach. Like I said, there's not a lot to show apart from that little main street and a few of the homes. But it's right across the road from 90 Mile Beach, which is an exceptionally beautiful beach, really is. The sand is amazing. So down this street there's a few older homes which we'll just check out as well while we're here. So here we go. A few of the older ones, they're not in bad nick. I mean, they're probably the ones more around the median house price, you'd reckon, these ones along here. Oh, that one's actually for sale. I just noticed that sign there. Someone will be able to stop that video and get the number of that real estate agent and check it out. Looks like there's a block of land here for sale as well. Coming up here, Golden Beach, for sale. Or is it the property? Coastal and Rural Specialist. Doesn't actually say. Well, there's not much there. There's a house right at the back, but might be just a property for sale. Right, I think that's just about enough of checking out the residential areas of Golden Beach. I showed you a bit of the great ones, some of the fair ones, and some of the not so fair ones, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I'll meet you down on the beach. So it is a bit windy here, but that's the main street of Golden Beach, just up past there. And as you have a look here, just around here, there's the beach just over here. That's the 90 Mile Beach, so we're going to go and check it out. Like I said, it's right across the road from the beach. $320,000 median price. I mean, obviously the nicer homes are more than that, but you're right on the... They've got a Barbie just there as well. We'll go and check it out. Golden Beach, like I said, the name itself just makes you want to go and check it out. So we're nearly there. We'll see you on the beach. So here we are on the 90 Mile Beach in Golden Beach. As you can see, it's beautiful again. What I didn't realise, oh, it's windy as anything when I turn that way. It's a fair way up to the road from down here. We're actually down off the over the sand dunes. It's a fair way up. So none of those homes are ever going to flood or get washed into the ocean like they do in New South Wales. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful beach, as I say, and yeah, Golden Beach. That's looking back towards Sea Spray down that way, probably in about 30 kilometres or so. A couple walking their dog back up the hill. So yeah, I didn't realise it was so far down, or probably 10 metres above sea level just back there. You can't tell because of the shrubbery. Anyway, we're going to jump in the car. We're going to head to our last town. Wind's howling, probably can't hear me. And on our little tour of the cheapest real estate along coastal Victoria. So as I'm about to jump back in the car, that's the Golden Beach Surf Lifesaving Club there in front of me. So might be a manned beach in summer. It's only across the road, which probably needs to be manned anyway. It's pretty secluded, but it's a great spot. So I'm just leaving Golden Beach here, and one thing I didn't mention back there, which I did see, there is bus stops here. So one goes to Loch Sport, I think it might be the same one, and on to Sail. So you can get into Sail from here if you haven't got any mode of transport, which is a good idea. Well, here we are, our final destination on our little tour of cheapest coastal towns real estate wise in Victoria. Now we're in a town called Loch Sport, and it's the biggest town on our trip. There are the 5 towns out in this Gippsland Way. As I said, there's one out in the west, Portland, which is too far to go. It's probably 10 hours drive from here. So we're in Loch Sport, where the median house price is $347,000, which when you look around, some of the houses are really beautiful. And if you could get them for that price, it's a steal. I mean, some of the bigger ones must be a bit more than that for sure. Now we've got the marina there on the right hand side. I'll try and show you. I'll have to go up this street and do a U-ey, and we'll get a better view of him. A couple of nice houses up this street too. Have a look at this. We'll do a U-ey up here and we'll show you the marina. So there we go, there's the marina coming up straight in front of us. Now it's all part of the Lakes National Park here, and then you've got the 90 Mile Beach over behind me. So it's an unbelievable spot for outdoor sports here, especially water sports, as you can see with all the boats there, and fishing and all that sort of thing. It's a really great setup, Loch Sport, and there's one road in, one road out. You could probably get to Lakes Entrance from here by boat. It's that sort of setup. Anyway, Loch Sport, it's got a population of 1,021. As I said, it's the biggest town on our tour today. 54% male, 46% female, and average age is 63. That's probably the oldest seen for a while. This is the, I'm going to do a U-ey into here. That's the bistro in Loch Sport here. Check it out. The Marina Hotel Bar and Bistro, it's called. The road's a bit rough here. Probably hear my golf clubs rattling around in the back. Yeah, so the, what did I say it was called? The Marina Bar and Bistro. Here in Loch Sport. Now as you can see, there's some beautiful homes here on the left hand side. They're opposite the lake. They'd be got to be more than that, 340,000. They're really beautiful homes. Now that population of 1,021 here in Loch Sport, 71.3% are born in Australia, 7.1% in England, 2.1% in Germany, New Zealand is 1.9%, and I'm going to throw this one in because I haven't read it out before, but it's less than 1%, but it's 0.7% from Northern Ireland. There you go. Main industry of employment here in Loch is cafes and restaurants. 3.9%, which is fair enough, the type of place it is. Aged care 3.9, well the average age is 63, so that makes sense as well. Working in hospitals is 3.5. Average weekly income is really low, 674. I think that's the lowest I've done. But probably a lot of pensioners here. And the crime rate is 65 crimes per 1,000 people. And here's a food. One of the shops here in Loch. So you got the food works here. The doctor's there, medical centre. And the pharmacy here as well next door. What else have we got here? Coffee shop in Loch. Obviously, what's that? Yeah, coffee shop. So as I was saying before, you're right on the lakes here. So you got these houses here on the left, and right across from there you got the huge lakes where you can actually go in a Bass Strait if you wanted to, because these lakes are a huge, massive system. But people know the area a lot better than I do. Would know. So here's a few of the homes in Loch, just a bit away from the water. As you can see, they're a bit smaller and a bit older. And they're probably the ones who bring the price, can you say down? I don't know if I should say down, because they're nice homes, they're in a great spot, great town. 300, what did I say it was? $347,000 was the median house price here in Loch. Now straight ahead there, that's a Loch General Store. Not sure what happened to it. It looks like it's been rebuilt, which is just probably a couple of k's out of town, so probably needs it out here. And Loch does have a police station as well, and a school. That looks like a school. So there you go, that's just about it from Loch and my tour today of the cheapest coastal towns in country Victoria, or all of Victoria basically, because you wouldn't get anything for under $1 million around Melbourne and other destinations too. Anyway, we're outside the police station at the moment. There we go. And there's the, look over the road, there's a general store again. That, not sure why that's been rebuilt. Maybe someone who knows more about the area than I do could tell me. And it was great. In the last video I did similar to this, a lot of local people put comments in about stuff that I missed, which is, I'm only blowing in the town. I'm a blowing, you know, come into the town, I film it to a bit. People were getting on there who know everything that open and close in a town, which is great. And put it in the comments. I've obviously going to miss stuff today. That's not a problem. You know, like I said, I just see what I can see. It was very different. There was no main street in these towns that I did today. A little bit in Venus Bay, but that was about it. Just, they're real coastal towns, but great cheap real estate. Loch, 347,000. Beautiful town in the Lakes National Park here. And as you get a bit closer to Melbourne, they all get a bit more expensive, but all, what, under $500,000, I think all of them were. So anyway, that's about it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, which is actually going to be from interstate. I'm going to film a few towns that you wouldn't usually see, if you know what I mean, off the beaten track a tiny bit. So I hope you enjoyed it, and see you then.